to Chelsea City. It's Chelsea Ashley here, and I'm here with my first development of many. In this development, I will be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine with this cute, colorful, pink, purplish eyeshadow look. I always do pink and purple. I'm always like, I'm gonna do something new, and I end up doing pink and purple. If you see my Instagram and see stuff I post, most of my posts are pink or purple looks, but we're gonna venture out, don't worry. But today I just wanted to do something kind of cute, kind of fun, and you'll see some hearts. It was giving me kind of Queen of Hearts vibe. So yeah, I'll show you guys everything in this video. This video will be a voiceover, but I will show all the products that I'm using, as well as like makeup brushes and all that stuff, beauty blenders, sprays, everything that I'm using. You guys will see in this video. So if you want to get this look just like me, keep watching. All right, guys, so we're gonna get right into it. Please excuse my voice, I just woke up. Also, my videos on here will be called developments because we are in a city. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, so in case you were a little confused in the intro. But here I'm just getting ready to clip my hair back so that it doesn't get in the way while I do my makeup. The first thing that I will be doing is my eyebrows. I use a Morphe angled brush. It has an angled brush and a spoolie. And then for eyebrow product, I use my NYX Tame frame eyebrow pomade, excuse me. That's pretty much all I use. Sometimes I'll use a eyebrow mascara, but for the most part I use that. I also have an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel that I use sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much what I use for my brows. I was putting lip balm on my lips for a very long time also before I started. But yeah, so watch me do my eyebrows. Also, I show you guys the mirror that I use. I have a two-sided mirror, one regular magnification, and then 2 times magnification. It's a mirror I got for Christmas from my sister. So if you see me looking down throughout this video, that's the mirror that I'm using to be able to see myself, as well as, of course, the device I'm recording on. For concealer, I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Mocha. I use that for under my concealing my brows, as well as when I'm doing some concealer on my face. You'll see later on. And I just use this kind of thick eyebrow brush I got it from a set from Amazon. I can put the link in the description box, but I don't remember the name of it. But I use that to blend out any concealer that I'm using, especially small amounts. And then I also, after that, I'm gonna put on the Louise eyeshadow base in the color or shade number 6. I use that for all my eyeshadow looks. So yes, you will see me doing that as well. Alright, so for today's look, I'm using a new palette that I got for Christmas. It is a Too Faced Mariale, I think that's how you say it, Amor Caliente palette. It's an eyeshadow and cheek press pigment palette. The colors in here are so beautiful. I'm so excited to use this. And yeah. So for the first shade, I'm taking this almost like dark burgundy-ish type of shade. It's called Hot and Spicy. And I'm taking a kind of fluffy-ish tapered brush. Yeah, so I'm using Hot and Spicy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that in my crease. I do have hooded eyes, so just for reference, I make it work though. All the looks come out cute, to me at least. And I'm able to do cut creases, so yeah. And we will kind of be doing a cut crease, more like a halo eye. So once I finish blending out Hot and Spicy, I'm gonna take the shade next to it, which is like an orangish red shade called Slice. And I'm going to pack that on top or above, like directly above the Hot and Spicy, and blend those together. I'm gonna go in between both because as I blend, some of the shade goes away, so just to make sure that we can see the 2 dimensions. And for this brush, I'm using a fluffy tapered brush, one of those Wet n Wild eyeshadow brushes. Really effective, really cute, and it's really cheap. It's like $1 from your local drugstore, so it's a good brush to have in your kit. And then once I finish blending that shade in, I'm taking the kind of hot pinkish magenta shade in Amorcito, and I'm taking an angled fluffy eyeshadow brush. I think this is from Eco Tools. I got in a set, and I'm going to blend that out in the very top part of my eye, kind of right under my eyebrow. And that's right above that reddish orangish shade Slice. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Frenchie and go over that Amorcito shade so that they kind of blend together, so that it gives us a dimension of 3 shades. So we're going from dark to light. And once I finish blending, I'm just going to keep going back in with Slice and Hot and Spicy and just cleaning up the brows. Not cleaning up the brows, cleaning up the eye looks and making sure that we can see all 3 colors. So here I'm just looking to make sure it looks cute, doing a little pose. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna cut my crease for my halo eye. So you also see that I kind of did it uneven, but I fixed it at the end. not an expert, I'm still learning. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut in this little oval shape, and I'm again using my Louise eyeshadow base in the shade number 6, and I'm just taking a flat brush that's also from that Amazon. It's either my Amazon one or my Wet n Wild one, but they're both flat brushes. The best thing to do is to have a pack of paint brushes for your makeup. I bought a pack. I don't know where it is, but paint brushes help to keep the shape. They're just as thick as eyeshadow brushes when it comes to like cut creases and working with like liquid shades and stuff like that. So I'm gonna buy another pack, and hopefully I'll be able to use it in my next video. So now I'm taking the shade Love Me, which is a light dusty pink. I'm using that to set the concealer, and once I set it, I will be using the shade, I believe, Donut. It's the shimmery white, almost rose goldish shade. It's very, very pretty. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the back of this box, and it says Amorcito is an exclusive pressed pigment designed to be used on the cheeks only. So I did use that on my eyes, but I'm gonna use it on my cheeks as well next time around, now that I know. I think I used it on my cheeks in this video though, but we'll just have to see. So here now I'm applying that that glittery shade, shimmer shade, Donut. It's really like a glazed, almost donut-y shade. So yeah, gonna go ahead and do that with I believe I'm using the same brush I cut the crease with. I just wiped it off with the eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, oh my gosh, makeup wipe. Also, you see me look at the window because the sun came out and my window was open, so you can kind of see the reflection, but it's okay. So once I finish applying that shade, I'm going to take Hot and Spicy to clean up the edges a bit, so that cut crease blends in with the rest of the eye look. And I'm going to take all the shades I used and kind of blend out the sides so it gives us more of that halo eye look. I do also end up using a brown shade from my James Charles palette. It's the shade right above the black. I don't have the clear thing. It's here somewhere. I have to find it, but I will put it in the description box. Oh, I used the black shade. I know the black shade is called Spooky, and I know that later on I used the shade above Spooky. I'll put it in the description box so you guys know what shade it is. So I'm just going to take that black and blend it out to give this look some depth. And once I blend out the black, I do believe I go back in with Hot and Spicy and Slice to go ahead and give us that halo eye look. And as we'll go through the video, you see me kind of fixing it up a bit, just so, because once I do the other eye, they do look a little uneven, so I'll make sure they look as even as possible. So just doing minor touches as we go through the video. And I do end up using another brush. I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Fluffy eyeshadow brush. I got this brush. It's two-sided. It has a flat side and then the fluffy side. This brush goes with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette that I got for my birthday, I believe. Yeah, I got that for my birthday. Or did I get it for Christmas? I think I got it for Christmas last year. But yes, I love that palette so much. And so yeah, I do use this eyeshadow brush with all my looks. So that's the brush that I'm using. And then again, like I said, here I'm just cleaning up the eyeshadow look, adding more of Donut so we can really get that shimmer to pop. Excuse me. I do spray all my shimmers with my setting spray. The setting spray I'm using right now is a Charlotte Tilbury spray. It's a dupe for the Ben 9 one. That's the one that I wanted, but it wasn't at Sephora when I went. So I got the next best thing, Charlotte Tilbury, and I absolutely love it. This is the first like high-end setting spray that I bought myself. Love it. So here I'm just looking at the eye to see if there's anything I want to fix. And I think I'm good with it. Like I said, as I go through the video, I switch it up. But yeah, so I went ahead and did the other eye off camera. And this is how they look. And then here I'm going to tell you, I used the shade Above Spooky, that dark brown shade, to go ahead and add some brown to it. So now we're going to go into the face. So the first few things I do, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off any excess shadow or glitter, that may have fallen while I was doing my eyeshadow look. I use micellar water from Simple. That's all. As far as face products, I use Simple face wash and the Simple micellar water, and then any type of unscented body lotion that I can put on my face to moisturize. And I just recently bought some toner from Ulta. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, so I'll put it in the description box. But I use that as well as a makeup wipe sometimes to just go ahead and wipe off my face. I sprayed some setting spray on my face before we start so the makeup can stick. And for primer, I use the e.l.f. Putty Poreless primer. It's a pinkish color. I used a little too much here, so you're going to see my skin turn a little white, but it's okay. So once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add some of my setting powder, my Fenty powder in the shade Nutmeg, and I'm just going to brush that out with a fluffy powder brush. Again, this is from a set from Amazon, and I'm pretty sure I got this one as a gift. So yeah, and then I'm going to go in with Fenty, with my Fenty shade. I use a Fenty Hydrating foundation in the shade 450. That was my summer shade. So I'm going to mix it with Maybelline Fit Me in the shade, I believe 364. I'm not sure of the name. I'm pretty sure the name is Warm Honey, but again, put it in the description box. It does look a little light to me, so you'll see that as I go through the video. You'll see that I'm kind of like, But what I need to do is go buy the Fenty matte shade in 440 because my sister has it and that works very well on my skin. So I'm going to go, whenever I can, I'm going to get a shade lighter from Sephora. So hopefully in the next video, you'll see it. But yeah, so I'm just going to mix these two shades together, and I'm going to use a buffing brush, like a flat buff brush from Morphe again, to go ahead and buff out my foundation. And then I'm going to use a Sonia Kashbook, I think that's how you say her name. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Blending brush, one of the beauty blender, one of the smaller ones, to blend out the rest of my foundation once I buff it in. And as I go through, I think one time you'll see me check with my neck just to make sure that the shading is right. Also, yeah, I got this little cute headband for Christmas. It was my first time wearing it, and of course, I got makeup on it. So she's covered in makeup now, but she will be washed and clean for the next video. And also, you see me get up. I went to turn my light on in my room as well as close the window because of the lighting. So you'll see the lighting change a bit. But my ring light stayed the same the entire time. It's just the lighting around that. So I just want to throw that out there. And yeah, so I'm just going to continue blending out my makeup, putting a little bit on my neck, making sure we're looking good. And yeah. So here I'm going to color correct a bit around my mouth using the orange shade from LA Girl. It's their Pro Concealer, and I take that in a little mini beauty blender and I spray them. I don't wet my beauty blenders. I don't like that because I think it takes off the product, so I just spray it with setting spray. And I'm just going to blend that out around my mouth and a little spot on my chin where I have some dark spots. And then just go over my makeup again with my brush. And here I'm going to conceal again with my Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Mocha. I use this because it's near my skin tone to clean up my eyes as well as blend under my eyes. And then I'm going to add a lighter shade, Can't Stop Won't Stop, in the shade, I believe, Cappuccino. I also use the shade Mahogany, but I didn't use it here. I believe I used Cappuccino. And I'm also going to use my NARS shade. I believe it's Dark 1. It looks kind of the same as Mocha, but I like to use that for a little more coverage as well. And I just like the way it blends out. I'm just going to add some more concealer. And we're going to blend this all out with a Morphe kind of tapered, fluffy base brush. I'm going to use that to blend out, and then I'm going to use, again, my Sonia beauty blender, the smaller one, just to blend it out so it's seamless. And yeah, I like blending with a brush first and then a beauty blender because I think it just gives it a nice finish once it all comes together. Also, just as far as hair, this wig I made myself using Icy hair bundles straight. There were 4 bundles in a closure. And I did dye it jet black because my natural hair is dyed jet black. Yeah, I throw this wig on all the time. It's a really, I mostly do it glueless because it's really just a slap on, slap off type thing. But it's very convenient. And I just use my Fenty foundation, sometimes a little bit of concealer to conceal the part. And yeah, so that's the hair specs. Yes, I do make my own wigs, and sometimes I buy them, but I do color and style all my wigs myself. So here I'm taking the Makeup Revolution stick to conceal. To contour. I might have to get a new one though, because this one kind of gets a little ashy when I blend it out, I've started to realize. And this was my first time contouring my jawline, so if it doesn't look great, please don't judge me. I don't usually do this, but I wanted to do a full face for this look. And then I take another Sonia Kabusk beauty blender and blend that out. I think this one is kind of cool tone, and I think I need a warmer tone. Like, it looks warm, but once I blend it out, it looks kind of ashy grayish, so I think I need to get a warmer shade. Also, I'm still learning about, cool tones, warm tones. So if I am wrong and it's the other way around, please comment in the description box so I know for next time. And once I finish blending out my contour, I'm going to take like a one of those like squarish angled brushes, sponges, because I got a new big pack of them for Christmas again. And I'm gonna take some of my Fenty powder as well as my Makeup Revolution banana powder and set in between my contour so that it's a little more defined. I like to do this just so it really kind of pops out. And also, as far as powder, for contour, I use the Black Radiance medium to dark powder palette, and I mix the contour and the highlight shade because the contour shade is kind of a little dark and ashy. So I mix the both of them, and it creates a really nice dark brown to help bronze slash contour my face. And then I'm just going to use that same sponge and set under my eyes as well. Just letting you guys know that I'm going to blend all this out as well as apply my lashes on camera, off camera. And then I'm going to come back and do my lips. And then we're going to close out the video. So here you can tell that I'm feeling myself just a little bit because it all came together. So now we're going to do lips. I did a makeup look, but lip look, it was ugly to me. So I wiped it off. So I'm just re-moisturizing my lips, and I'm going to take Maybelline Superstay Invisible Ink in the shade 85 Protector. First I'm going to line my lips with a brown liner. I believe it's LA Girl. Just any brown liner, honestly. But I'm actually not using brown liner. I used brown liner the first one. This one I just used a liquid black eyeliner that I don't use on my eyes. I use it only for my lips. And then again, Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade 85 called Protector. I'm going to go ahead and put that on and then blend the brown and the black. And then I put a little bit of red in there to make it a little purplish. And this is, I think, CoverGirl, a red matte lip. Again, it'll be in the description box, so don't worry. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's CoverGirl, though. And then I wanted it to be a little more purple, so I'm going to go ahead and add a gloss. First, I'm going to clean up, though, using my NARS concealer in the shade Dark Zero called Chocolat. So I'm just cleaning the sides of my lips with a flat brush. And then I'm going to add some more of the Maybelline Matte Ink lipstick. And then again, just clean it up a bit, adding more black liner. So here I'm taking my new palette from Juvia's Place, the Violets, and I'm going to use a purple shade in there as well. Oh, JK. I'm instead going to use my James Charles palette. And I'm going to take a powder brush and I'm going to use this for blush. I'm going to use the brown shade next to Spooky and the pinkish shade under that for blush. The names of it will be in the description box. And for highlight, I'm using that same shade that I use on my eyelid, Donut, from the Too Faced palette. And I'm going to also use that for my eyebrow bone highlight as well. And for setting spray, I'm again using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray. And I also have these little eyeliner. My eyeliners are double stamped, so I'm using my heart stamps. I'm just gonna put 4 hearts. And then I added moles. I have an actual mole on the side of my face, so I just darken that and then I add more. So the mole above my lip is not my actual mole. I'm gonna put a heart over that and then just darken in my actual mole and then add a little mole under my eye. And once I set my setting spray, I'm going to set it with my little fan. And yeah, we're pretty much done. Alright, so this is the final look. I went ahead and threw on some silver hoop earrings and a silver necklace and a little ring and a headband for my wig. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, as well as check the description box for any products you may need. And I'll see you guys in the next development. And as always, nothing can dim the light that shines within you. Maya Angelou. Bye.